They should give us a second chance though with it. With
Nah, dude.
Maliki, fully sculpted Maliki.
I mean that would be cool.
The Haslab finished, right?
True.
And
And go for
they
it. Go for it.
they successfully got like their goal, right? Which we all assumed. And I was kind of always said, like, oh my gosh, vintage collectors fans, they just always kill it, they run with it. And they got two of their three goals, right?
Two out of the three tiers did unlock.
Tiers.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of scary. Like I feel like that's a clink in the armor, dude. The vintage collectors and the community, I thought they were like unbreakable, right? They have so many, like every single Haslab fully successful, blows the tiers out of the water, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought this one was like such a softball. Like it's a new hope. It's the original Star Wars. Every collector's gonna want this. But people I think people gravitate more towards ships than playsets. I just think it's easier to print a playset than a ship. But yeah, I don't know. You tell me what you think. I think this is like a clink in the armor, and it's kind of scary that it didn't go all the way.
I think it's interesting for sure. People were saying like, you know, it wasn't going to, because it wasn't until like the last couple of hours that they actually hit all those two tiers.
Well, that's now pretty par for the course. That's par for the course.
Correct, right? But I mean, there was people saying, "Oh, it's not looking like hasn't even funded yet, and we're in the last couple of 8 days." But yeah, in that last day, that big push happens as always. And another thing I learned from this Haslab is that it's actually a shorter
turnaround time,
a shorter
pre-order
time. Yeah, the pledge time. Yeah, it was a shorter time. Normally,
I didn't know that.
They're 35 days or something like that, or 42 days. I can't remember. Yeah, and this one was shorter than that. It was truncated for some reason. I'm not sure if
that is odd. No, that's a great point. Maybe that's actually the reason, because, you know, especially with a $400-$500 purchase as this was, like people need some time to budget for that. And so like,
right.
That's weird why they would do that. I feel like doesn't make really, I don't think it makes financial sense to make it shorter, the pre-order window, I guess.
I think it's something happened. Like there was a decision that was made for some reason that this happened. I don't know. Let's go over to Geek Dad Life real quick, and let's go look at their Haslab charts. This is kind of where I saw it for the Cantina. So the Cantina is going to be here in red, and they said that this was the projected. But yeah, normally these Haslabs run 45 plus days, and this thing ended around 30.
30 days.
Yeah.
Which is basically like essentially one less paycheck, right? Because like if you're thinking about like paycheck wise, budget wise, it's like, okay, you get the announcement and then you're like, okay, I can save a little from 3 paychecks and then purchase this. Mm-hmm. But whereas this only allowed for two paychecks you could save first. Maybe some people are like this, 2 paychecks start. I can't, there's no wiggle room in those 2 paychecks enough to get
right.
This, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, the Greedo got unlocked. The
forearm.
The forearm space thing got unlocked. The Wolfman was just the only one that did not get unlocked.
Yeah.
So,
and
it is what it is.
I've been seeing like Yak Face like posts like these. Have you seen like these cryptid posts about like the Rancor? I don't know. Like
really, I have not seen those.
I don't know if it's like he's trying to allude to, because you know he always like has like he looks at like the code names and trying to crack stuff. He has some sort of like
maybe contact. He knows something.
And like he was posting about the Rancor again. Like I was like, I wonder if like they're gonna give us a second chance at it. He reposted Maliki again, and it was like, you know, when they did they were like, oh, you can't, when they, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, like somebody posted this 2 days ago too. I was like, it was like when they started to decide to like, oh, you know, it was doing so bad, so they're like, okay, never mind, just post a picture of Maliki and say we're gonna give it to you guys. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Or maybe it was just like,
it was literally a screenshot from the movie. They didn't even like have nothing.
Yeah, and I think, and well, this was the actual screenshot, or maybe it was like him just saying like, maybe because it hadn't, the vintage collection Cantina hadn't, they're like, you better sweeten the pot somehow. But I feel like it was already so sweet. It was already 3 figures as tiers. Like I don't know what else you could have changed with that one. You know, that one kind of
3 figures in your base offering, and then 3 figures in the tiers.
Right? Yeah. So like I don't know if he was posting it to like say like, oh, you better sweeten the
I
pot, or
think
else
he
it's not
was.
gonna fund, or if it's like Rancor getting second chance. You guys have the files already sculpted. Come on, guys.
I think he was poking fun. I think he was making a joke.
Mm. They should give us a second chance though with it. With
Nah, dude.
Maliki, fully sculpted Maliki,
I mean that would be cool. That would
it
be
would
cool.
get there, guys.
I don't
Black
know,
Series needs something.
but they haven't gotten anything.
We only got one chance. That's the problem. Because like essentially, I don't count Riva lightsaber as one because I feel
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
a lot of Black Series collectors, I feel like don't even delve into the cosplay or the role playing items just
True.
because they're at a higher
True.
price point and they have nothing to do with 6-inch collecting, right?
I mean, unless you're doing like an epic collection and display, right? Outside of
Yeah, but it
that,
doesn't have to do with like I feel like the Black Series,
correct,
So
correct.
like that's not a Haslab. I feel like for us, that's more for the people that collect like the when they did the proton pack for the Ghostbusters. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
okay, okay.
So we've only gotten one and it failed. And they never gave us another chance. They got to give us another chance. Give us another chance.
They will. They will. Just
I
gotta
guess the
wait.
Rancor again because I want the Rancor.
The Rancor is a good figure. That's a good
Yeah.
Haslab though. Like as a project, that's a good Haslab. It wasn't executed well because of certain things that happened to them, but that is a great Haslab. It's a big bulking figure. It adds and enhances your collection.
Yeah. They
I
just
don't
had to
know.
do figures for tiers. That's all. But going back to like this Haslab, it is kind of worrisome. But I am worried. But then also like you said, the window was shorter, so
Yeah,
I
it was
think that
shorter.
accounts probably for most of the clink in the armor that why
Mm-hmm.
they didn't get it.
Yeah, because if they had the full 45 days and they still potentially didn't hit all their tiers, yeah, I'd be low. Like, yeah, I agree with you. There might be waning interest in the vintage collection, or maybe in playsets. I don't. Again, like you said, vehicles sell better than playsets.
Yeah.
That's just
And I was kind
how
of
it is.
surprised because I was seeing like a lot of people say, "Oh, if it doesn't even get the 3 tiers, I'm going to cancel my order." But
It's true.
I didn't see too much of like the numbers going down. It was just kind of going straight up the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. There was
A
an
lot of
upward
people
trend for the most
probably
part.
were just like, there's like, who cares? I got 2. I think if it would have
Yeah.
got 1, then I think we would have like people would have canceled. But because it got 2, I just feel like it's worth it now. You know?
Yeah, they're like, that's all right.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
compromise a little bit there on that one.
yeah.
All right, but yeah, it's fully funded, 2 figures, 2 tiers. So congratulations to the vintage collection team. We'll see what they cook up next. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
You think? I bet you Vintage Collection gets another Haslab before us. That's bull crap.
They probably will. They
Yeah,
probably
I
will.
know. They really
What
will.
would they do next? Predictions. Let's do it. Predictions for the next vintage collection Haslab. Do they go playset with how this went?
No playset.
Okay, vehicle.
No playset because people can literally go on Shaper and uh
It is more easy accessible,
do
right?
up those
3D
files
printing.
themselves and print it, dude. And like not only that, but like um then you can even sell it at a vintage collection scale and a Black Series scale. Like you can scale it up, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
Whereas like a ship, it's a lot harder, I think, because it's like hollow.
It's a little more intricate, right? It's not
Yeah,
just
it's hollow.
walls. Yeah.
And there's like usually clear plastic involved for the cockpit, which is like harder to do in 3D printing, I feel
Well, doing it well, yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, I it's saying the same thing as last time. You go original trilogy. You do not dare touch anything acolyte. Don't even don't even touch anything of that. Did you say they removed the reviews off of Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score?
Well, because they were bombed. They were purposely being negative.
I don't know. I've only seen half an episode, but
I like that show.
hey, don't say that on here. Don't that's gonna we're gonna lose 100 subscribers. Don't be talking that garbage on this channel, John. No, no.
I'll say this: Jackie is a good character.
I'll have to
That's
watch
all.
it.
It's a good show, dude. And the acolyte or the bad guy in it is really good.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
It's good, dude.
But yeah, don't touch the acolyte. Don't touch
Yeah.
anything sequel trilogy. To be honest,
Stick prequel. I mean,
that's what I was gonna
stick.
say. That's what I was gonna say. Prequel. Like I feel like because
Okay.
I was seeing like people do polls, and just prequel is touching all bases. Like the old dudes, the middle aged dudes, and the young dudes. People just like give us like a starfighter, like a Arc 170 or like an X-wing,
Oh, dang.
something like
Arc
that.
170 would be sick.
Yeah.
Or like a Naboo starfighter. Have they done that? The
But you know what though?
N1.
That's actually wrong though. That's actually too small for vintage collection. That's more for Black Series Haslab. Because Arc
A
170 would be too.
gunship? Oh no,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
John, that's everybody loves gunship. If
yeah.
they did the Attack of the Clones gunship with like,
The LAATs, yeah.
dude, yeah, and then as the tiers, you do Coleman Trebar, the freaking dinosaur Jedi Coleman Trebar, and then you
Okay,
do like,
okay.
yeah, as a tier, like then you do like Lieutenant, Clone Lieutenant, and then you do as a third tier. Who could you do?
I say no. I say you do the LAAT with two figures,
No,
two clones included on the base, and then do Jedi's as random Jedi's, or maybe I don't know.
no, because
Yeah, we want figures.
vintage collector, and also the vintage collection is going on so long that you just do obscure Jedi that were there. So like Kovatar,
yeah.
and then you do maybe like I would do like maybe like a ripped up Padme, like the Padme with blood, just ripped up shirt.
They like that. The boys
Yeah,
like that.
they like that. They like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, the ripped up Padme, and then you do like maybe even like a Geonosian.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, something like a
Yeah.
Poggle.
Maybe just like a super battle droid. Has the vintage collection?
Yeah, tons of times, tons of releases, every release. Yeah.
Okay, so they're not those.
Yeah, they don't want that. They don't want that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think an LAAT gunship would be cool.
Yeah, fun. And it's like big enough where it could be like 350, a good price, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. But did you also see that they, speaking of Haslabs, the freaking G.I. Joe Firefly got delayed like months. Like I got an email,
that's
like
true,
it was due this month. Like I'm pretty sure I was supposed to get my Firefly this month, and then it got pushed back. And I can't remember.
November?
Yeah, like a long time, like a really long time, which is like that much time. I'm like, something must have went wrong in the factory, but I can't remember really Haslabs getting pushed back that much, if at all, which is kind of weird, kind of worrying.
Yeah, I bet like they just need to do some tooling. Some things did not work out, or for it to be that far back, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why, which sucks because like,
yeah,
it's been like we got his tank last summer, and so we were expecting like every summer, get a GI Joe thing, but no.
There are some rumblings though of the next GI Joe Haslab is going to be some type of Cobra ship to go against your Firefly.
That'd be cool.
That's what I hear. Some rumblings.
I know they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna reveal another Haslab at SDC, and maybe that was the reason why the thing was cut short by 15 days.
That's
because,
true.
I think that was one of the issue. Was that one of the issues either with Robbie Reyes or Rancor for not fulfilling, or Rivas? One of the failures of one of the Haslabs. I remember there was like 2 Haslabs going concurrently.
That was, I think, the Rancor, because they had to push that early. Remember?
Yeah, because the idiot leaked the picture. And they did. Oh my god! That idiot. Actually, you know what? I don't even blame the Black Series collectors for not supporting it. It was actually that idiot's fault, because Haslab was put in a corner and they could never catch up. That was the guy that made everything. And now Hasbro doesn't trust the collectors, but it was actually that idiot's fault. Believe it or not. No,
that leak torched the Rancor, man.
And I think that's probably the 30-day. We're doing a lot of sleuthing here. We're getting down to the business here, but yeah, I think that's why this Cantina Haslab was 15 days shorter, because I guarantee they're going to reveal some Haslab at SDC at the very end. They always do at the very end. Yeah.
Yeah. I just looked up the dates for San Diego Comic Con. It's July 25th through July 28th. So in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I mean, they could have added could have added an extra week or something, but even then, that wouldn't be enough for another paycheck, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they probably thought. They're just like, just end it so we can just confirm if we make it or not, and then just call it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Went ahead and broke down the Haslab of the Vintage Collection Cantina as well. As always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.